right, there we go. There we are. Here we are. What do we have going on? We've got
live web show.
We've got the live web show. Yes, that's right. And we got a commercial here on YouTube there, right? We got to love
YouTube,
that. No thanks. We don't want to try that for free there. We're listening to the Dirty Dozen Brass Band, and no, do not have the rights to this music, but we are having a little bit of fun here. We are broadcasting live. Welcome to Real Rancho B2B The Network live stream. We're broadcasting live from Cafe Bella. Woohoo! Woohoo! All the way up over here. Are we there? So you got to love the way that we operate, right? We takes us a few minutes to fully get operational because we want to make sure that we've got everything that we need to have. And look at that.
27 screens, bunch of cords.
We got to make sure that we have everything set up properly. I'm gonna do some. There we go. Look at that. That's my big old head. Good morning, Real Rancho. That is my big old head. I'm just gonna move that back just a little bit there. Are we operational? We're good to go. All right. Okay. Let's get these guys going here. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the show Mr. Michael Gonzo Gonzalez. ¿Cómo está, señor?
Bien. Gracias, amigo.
Okay, he's not following the rules, Amber.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's supposed to talk into the microphone.
Into the microphone?
Yeah, like this. Like there you go.
This.
Just like that.
Really into the microphone.
What's that? Oh, gotcha.
So we're checking sound.
Yeah, we're checking sound. We're a little delayed here.
I'll give you the play-by-play. I see a vehicle that's been taken over by the mayor of Rio Rancho. Entering the parking lot.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm going to quickly introduce a good friend of mine.
Mayor, here
His
he comes.
name is Mr. Michael Gutierrez.
Hey, two MGs.
Good morning.
Yes,
Good morning.
Two MGs this morning. Today he is sporting the Sunrun shirt.
Sunrun.
And
awesome.
Yes, that is one of the beautiful things about our querida Nuevo Mexico is that we have a lot of sun out here, and it is probably one of the most proper places for solar, right?
Yeah, we're the second sunniest state in the country.
The sunniest state.
Second sunny. That's awesome. I like that.
Second sunny.
Second sunny.
All right.
Not to be confused with Second Sunday.
Right. So really quickly, tell us about solar and how folks can get involved and connected to you.
Yeah, no doubt. So solar is heating up, if you will. Excuse the dad jokes.
No pun intended.
But yeah, we're the largest residential solar company in the country. Sunrun's been around for quite a while. We've been doing solar for as the brand Sunrun for 12 years. We have almost 20 years of service under our belts, and we operate out of the Home Depots. We're the exclusive partner of Home Depot.
Oh, nice.
And you can contact us through our website sunrun.com. You can find us locally, Sunrun NM, on Facebook or on Instagram. But it's funny because I'm born and raised New Mexico. I've known Luis forever.
Ever.
We're sorry.
And we always get are you guys loco? And I'm a little loco myself, but I'm definitely local. And we love to have that feel. We actually partner with the Biopark Society.
Oh, excellent.
If you go solar with Sunrun, and you mentioned the Biopark Society, we will actually contribute $350 to the Biopark Society, and we will give the homeowner $500 just for going solar. So
is that right?
Yeah,
$500 just for going solo.
That's
solar.
Excellent.
Solar. So it's a really cool program. You get to do your part for the New Mexico Biopark, which needs all the help that they can get to feed those animals and to keep those the greenery green, and it's doing your part for both the local economy and doing your part for the environment as well by going solar.
There we go. I like that.
What a great program. Great tie-in. Good job.
So solar is definitely the way to go. It's not only going to help you go green, but it's going to help you stay clean and help you save a little bit of money, right? You're going to be able to take those trips to Disneyland that you've always wanted to take your entire life.
Sustainable Disneyland trippage. Yeah,
right.
That's good.
I'm just saying,
it's important.
I mean, wouldn't that be the move, right? I'm going solar so I can go to Disneyland, right?
There you go.
Yeah. So people will come up with a bunch of different ways to spend that money, but you remind me of something. The federal government's solar incentive program, the ITC, is actually stepping down after this year. So this year
wow.
is the last year you can get 30% back on your solar program.
Okay.
It's going to step down to 26 and then 22% the following year and then 0%
As it
in the
becomes
next
more
3 years.
mainstream, yeah.
Yeah, so the time for solar is now. So if you're been on the bubble with solar, now's the time to really look into it because you're going to get the most bang for your buck back on the federal tax incentives.
Great.
There you go.
Great.
Beautiful. Now you know you've been properly informed.
Yeah.
Now that's not the only thing that you do. You are embarking on a brand new business.
Yes.
Located just down the hill, right? In our sister city of Albuquerque.
Yep.
It is right down
Albuquerque.
the hill, and you've been running and doing several different events as pop-up events. But
Yep.
you are the proud owner of the only. The only
one, yep.
the only in the entire state. I shouldn't even say the entire Southwest region, right?
Wow.
Can I say that?
Well, we're in Phoenix, so
Okay.
it depends on who you. But yeah, you can say it.
He's getting ready to open up the only Hawaiian, Wow Hawaiian lemonade, right?
Oh,
Yep,
fun.
that's right.
Yes. And so we're going to work on some collabs. Michael and Michael collab.
Fun.
Yes. Michael needs some coffee in his joint. Michael, you need some lemonade in your joint.
Lemonada. That sounds
Yes.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah, definitely. We're super excited to bring Wow Hawaiian Lemonade to New Mexico. We have we've been doing pop-ups across the city. We've done the Summerfest. We've done some other cool events, a lot of local events. We have actually 3 events coming up this weekend. 2 which are confirmed. 1 could be the West Side, the West Fest. We're still waiting to hear back from
be.
Mr.
Westy
Gallegos.
Festy. Awesome.
He has not called you back yet?
He did. We've been
Okay.
in contact, so we're just finalizing some stuff there. But we have a Lululemon event that's happening Saturday at Hines Park in the Southeast Heights. That's going on until 10. I think it's from 8 to 10. It's an ambassador series, so it's a free workout for anybody who's interested, and
Nice.
all the Lululemon ambassadors are going to be there. So you'll have yoga, you'll have some CrossFit, you'll have some strength training.
Very nice.
And it's anybody can
With
do it.
Grammarly, you can find really good.
Grammarly ad.
There you go.
Yes.
And then on Sunday, we have a really cool event. So if anybody's looking to do something really sweet on Sunday afternoon, we'll be at OT Circus. I don't know if anybody's ever been. Have you been there? OT
No,
Circus?
not yet.
Circus.
Okay. Have you been there?
No.
Okay, cool. It's a little art studio. It's actually off of Central, just before Robertson Park.
Oh,
I think
cool.
that's 7th Street.
Nice.
And it's a really small art space, but they have some really, really cool art. And this their series that they're doing on Sunday is a mini mural art series. So they have a bunch of local artists come in and do mini murals.
I like that.
That's fun stuff.
And so we're going to be serving lemonade there from 4 to 8 on
Wonderful.
Sunday. Yep.
Wonderful.
Right? Who sings it? Lemonade, that cool, refreshing drink.
It's Big E. The king.
Hey, Michael, thank you for stopping in, joining
absolutely.
us.
Thank you for
for
having
being here. Thanks for visiting Cafe Bella. Now you had breakfast. You
did,
had
yeah.
like 10 cups of coffee this morning.
My first time here. Yeah.
set and ready.
I had the toasted coconut.
Nice.
It was delicious.
Nice. Yeah, a little toasted
it's
coconut on
good.
top. Just
There
a
you
little
go.
chew on.
Yeah, it's really good. The sandwich was great, so I'll definitely be back.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
Well, we certainly do
thank you.
appreciate that. And again, if you want to get connected to Michael, just look for him all the way over there. Or,
The other Michael.
if you want to, if you need his phone number, just go to any public restroom. His phone number is posted up there. You can get in contact with him. But it is Michael Sunrun and Wow
Sunrun
Wow
NM.
Lemonade.
Yep,
Sunrun
Sunrun
NM.
NM, and
Nice.
then Wow Lemonade Albuquerque. If
Wow,
you guys wanna
wow.
Find us. Yep.
To be continued.
Well,
All
wow. Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
we're going to have you back
Thank
on
you.
one of these shows here. Thank you,
Yes.
brother.
Thank
We
you.
certainly do appreciate that.
I kept the seat warm for
Yes.
For the honorable
For the
mayor.
head
For
honcho.
Mayor
Honorable
Hall,
Mayor
yes.
Hall.
Yeah.
So we were conversing back and forth, Michael and I, and Amber, and we were talking about all the wonderful things that have happened over the course of the last couple of weeks here, and we said it would be a great show if we could have Mayor Hall
Imagine that.
visit with us today, right, and talk to us about all the wonderful things that have happened over the course of this last week here.
Huge
Yeah.
things this week.
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but there was a certain somebody that came to visit with us, and let's go ahead and get Mayor Hall in here.
He's got it. It's been a pleasure. We'll be in contact.
We're gonna talk with Mayor Hall. We're gonna find out about all the shenanigans that are happening here in
Ladies and gentlemen.
Rio Rancho.
Shenanigans.
Yes, shenanigans, right? Is it appropriate to go ahead and scoot on all the way up there and You remember? Okay.
It's a close mic thing.
Here's one of those things, right? So you guys, there's a history here with Mayor Hall, and I know some pretty interesting things about him that you guys out there would never know or understand about Mayor Hall. One of those is that he is a championship karaoke singer.
No, I'm not sure of that.
He cannot confirm or deny.
I was going to say, are you whipping up something there?
Yeah.
Like
one of
Are
those
you going to bring up some video of proof? One of those blame it all on my roots things?
Yeah.
Is that the cut that you sing to?
No.
We could certainly have that. We could.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to sing karaoke with the mayor?
Yeah, that could be fun.
I'll watch the mayor sing karaoke, but you're not going to, I probably won't participate.
Right.
No, not even if we put you in a pair of boots, Gonzo.
No boots.
We put you in a pair of boots.
I've seen the mayor wear cowboy boots, though.
It's true.
He rocks it.
It's true.
He rocks it well.
You know.
Yeah, so in other words, what you're saying, or as I like to say in my Spanish voice, en otros palabras.
Well, there you go.
Other words, literally.
In other words, otros palabras, basically what you're telling me is that karaoke is not one of those shenanigans that we're going to be talking about.
Probably not.
Here today. Okay.
Probably not.
I'm okay with
You
that.
know.
Not this time.
I'm okay with that.
You know, I might have been able to sing. But look at that.
Saved by.
Hey.
See, reflexes right there.
Get your balanced
I'm gonna
coffee
put that
here.
over here.
Yeah.
I'm
Get your
telling
balanced
you.
coffee. We put weights in the bottom of every cup.
You, almost got that one there. That'll get you woke. That gets your heart pumping,
Right?
So who needs caffeine? We just do that.
Drop stuff all day.
So years ago, I might have been able to carry a tune in a bucket, but not anymore.
Nice.
So, anyway.
Nice.
No tunes.
No tunes.
But I'm sure you have at least one song that when you're driving around town and it comes on the radio, you just like roll up the windows, you blast it, and you sing your heart out.
It's Depeche Mode. It's a Depeche Mode song.
It's probably a Depeche Mode.
That's how well I know the mayor.
Personal Jesus. Yeah. It's certainly not I'm a party girl.
Now, come on now. That was a great song.
We could make it that.
That was a great song. Yeah.
I think that's Amber's song. That's a song that Amber,
Party girl?
she rolls up the windows. This is why she tinted her windows in the first place.
Yeah?
Was so that she could drive around town singing that song.
Excellent.
Yeah. Hey, you can always get me going, when you break out some Thompson twins or something like that.
It's all about the 80s.
You know,
it's all about the
it's
80s.
all about the 80s.
You know, I forgot about the Thompson twins.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Oh,
Louis,
yeah.
Come on, man.
And no, so I mean that was like one of my literally one of my first introductions to music was the Thompson twins, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I think I was like 9 years old, and my
Awesome.
sister had a Thompson
Yeah.
Twins album.
Or you'll get me going with Dire Straits.
Yeah.
Some of the good stuff.
It's all about the
You know,
80s.
all
Luis,
right.
I'm going to have to share some
The
of
Cars.
my 80s posts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rick Ocasek? How do you pronounce his name? He passed this week.
Did
did?
The front man for the Cars.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
Yeah.
that's right.
I am a huge
I
fan
don't
of the
know how to
Cars.
say his last name
yes.
properly. Yeah.
Now, when it comes to music, I am well versed
Ocasek.
in music.
Rick Ocasek,
and,
I believe.
But there's so many great artists out there. Now, I do have to be mindful to not have their music playing while we're broadcasting the show.
Yeah.
Because
there's some
Facebook
things.
has challenges.
There's
with
some
that.
things. Everybody needs to get paid for their work, right,
Everybody,
Luis?
yeah, absolutely,
Right?
absolutely. Yes,
Everybody
they do.
needs to get paid for their work.
Maybe we can figure out a way to have some proper licensing behind the music that we play on the show.
Right.
I'm not sure how we achieve that.
It is possible.
But ASCAP,
They're happy to send you an
ASCAP,
invoice.
yes,
Yeah,
ASCAP,
and the other 3 companies that are involved with that.
And who doesn't roll up the windows and turn the radio all the way up and start singing along to like Bohemian Rhapsody?
There you go.
Anybody?
Oh,
You know?
right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's great.
Tons and tons of great information that we never knew about you, right?
Right.
There you go.
So
If you search my Facebook page, you can find some very interesting things. One thing that people don't know that I'm still capable of doing, I learned it when I was very young, and that's, I can ride a unicycle.
Really?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Very balanced
Yeah.
mayor. Very
Yeah.
balanced
Can you
mayor.
juggle while you're riding the
very.
unicycle?
Used to. I don't know if I still could.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you learn that?
I don't know. As a kid, it just interested me. I saw some kid doing it, and I said, "That looks interesting. I want to try
Yeah.
that." And
Awesome.
I would. I'm surprised I still have an intact tailbone from trying
right.
that. But you literally sit there and hold on to things until you find out how to actually balance that thing underneath you. And
Yeah.
Sometimes it could take months to really figure that out. You know?
I wouldn't, I would not have what we call as the ganas to even attempt that.
Yeah.
To try that.
It's fun.
I would lack the ability to even mount up on a unicycle.
But it was a lot of fun. And you
Yeah.
start, and then after you learn how to ride, you do stuff like you start playing basketball or try to go downstairs, and you figure all that stuff out, or start hopping around on it.
Okay.
So
I can
after
see
you
the
get
fun in that.
So yeah, it's just kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's fun. Right. What's that music you're playing now?
It's not me.
That is actually
Luis has got some jazz going in
Oh,
there.
he's got some jazz in the background.
The Dirty Dozen brass band.
Local, huh? Nice.
No, not local. They're a regional act.
Nice.
But not one of those mainstreamers that would have the
Authorized use of their sound.
Yes.
Yeah.
People,
well, there you go.
People that you have authorized use of their sound.
Yes.
That's always nice.
It's always nice to have a little music to put you in the mood to talk about those great things going on in the city.
And
Right?
we you made headlines, national headlines.
Yes.
Here recently, you played host.
Yes.
Spit it out, Lulu. You played host to a sitting president.
Yes.
And that's
Amazing.
not something that
POTUS.
a lot of people can say of their careers, right?
No, absolutely. I'll tell you what, I will say this. When you run for mayor and you're thinking of all the things that you want to accomplish as mayor, having the opportunity to have the president visit your city is not one of those things you're really thinking about.
Sure.
Amazing.
And there's a lot of different things that after you get into office that come at you that you end up having to deal or navigate or figure out solutions to, that you're like, wow, when I ran for office, I really wasn't thinking I was going to do something like this. And these things pop up, and there you are.
Right.
And so this is one of those really amazing opportunities where, yes, the President of the United States came to Rio Rancho, and that was pretty fantastic. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it. I have to say that my team, as soon as we learned about it, which we really only had a true about a week and a half notice.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that it happened pretty quickly.
Oh, it did.
Wow.
They dropped it and said, "Yep, we're coming. We've
That's amazing.
We've rented the Star Center."
Yeah.
And so we immediately started mobilizing all these teams to talk about who was going to take care of every little detail.
Very
so we
quickly.
had teams that
That's
were
fast.
just all over the place. And then we had support come in from around the state to help us with this, because this
Awesome.
is not something that typically one city, it's very hard for a single city to do it to take care of this by themselves.
Right.
So especially a city the size of Rio Rancho. So
Exactly.
So you start calling other agencies, and other agencies start calling you, because, believe it or not, agencies from around the state, they want to be involved in this.
Absolutely.
They want to absolutely be involved in it. They want to see it. They want to be a part of it.
Sure.
And so they're calling and volunteering their services, and they're calling and they're getting in on the gig. And it was amazing to see it unfold. And then, of course, on the day of the event, I was a nervous wreck. I was a nervous wreck.
Got some people coming to your town.
Well, the whole week leading up to it, I was just a nervous wreck. But the day of, it was an incredible, nerve-wracking thing. It was like, you've prepared for this great event, and you've had a very short period of time to do it. And here you go. It's lock and load time. The president's coming, whether you're ready or not.
Yeah, here comes Air Force One.
Yeah, that motorcade's rolling, and which was another really cool thing, is that one of those things you don't expect you're going to get to do when you're not thinking about when you run for mayor is. I was invited to greet the president at the airport,
wow.
at Air Force One.
Really?
So yeah,
On the tarmac.
On the tarmac. That picture was actually in yesterday's journal, and so
Awesome.
It was pretty fantastic. And so we were able to. I got the amazing opportunity to be on the tarmac when Air Force One rolled up, and it's just a massive aircraft. And the president comes down the steps, and you get to greet him, shake his hand, welcome him to your city, and welcome him to your state. and that's a really cool deal. And then you get to, and then because you're there, they put you into the motorcade, not in with the president, but in another vehicle, and you're in that presidential motorcade.
Nice.
I'll tell you what, that was an incredible experience that few people get to experience. But here we're in this, watching how a motorcade works from the inside
Right.
is really incredible.
That's awesome.
I've been, years ago when George Bush came to Albuquerque, we actually went to Bernalillo.
Right.
My office was just right down on Penn American Freeway, so we stood outside and we watched the motorcade go by, and it was pretty cool.
I remember that.
And but being inside the motorcade, you see the mechanics of it, and I like to say this. What I saw Monday, coming from the airport to Rio Rancho, the motorcycle police officers that escort the motorcade. That I'll tell you what, those guys are talented.
Right.
And it's like watching a ballet. I'm serious.
They know what they're doing.
It's like watching a ballet. They run past the motorcade at over 100 miles an hour to get out in front of it. They go up to the next road that they need to close off. They shut the road down. They wait for the motorcade to pass. Then they come back out, and then they hit that gas, that accelerator, and they just blow past that motorcade again at extreme speeds to get out in front of it. And they're just rotating because there's probably
a series of groups.
Well, there's a total series of groups. So they're coming up and they're blowing past you, and they're going by on either side. And the thing is the motorcade's got to keep a real straight line because these guys are coming up. Nobody can change their lanes,
right?
Take
or
you'll
end up moving into one of them.
Yeah.
And so it is just an orchestrated event. And those guys, I got to tell you, kudos to the motor police officers that just that escort that motorcade.
We had one here this morning.
Oh, did we?
Early. He came in for coffee.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was just
Motorcycle
fantastic.
police.
I will tell you, I didn't stop worrying about our guys. I didn't stop worrying about the event until I knew that every one of our police officers was home and safe, because after the event left out, they had to escort the president back to Albuquerque.
Right.
So that was another motorcade. And it was pouring rain, so you have to imagine that if you're running a motorcade and you're on a motorcycle,
it's different.
It's
different when it's wet.
It's way different when it's wet, and when the rain is coming down in your face, and you're running 100 miles an hour, trying to get out in front of it. Same protocols.
Yeah.
It doesn't change. So I was really nervous for our motor officers. After the event let out, and they had to escort the president back. Because, as you know, Rio Rancho has lost a motor officer in the past.
Jermaine Casey, right?
Jermaine Casey.
Yeah, I remember
so
that.
it's a very dangerous job to be in that motorcade. And I'll tell you what, we have some of the most skilled, amazing police officers that work right here in Rio Rancho. I couldn't be more proud of our police department.
National champions for skilled riding.
Yes, they are.
Multi-years.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't be more proud of our police officers, our first responders, city staff workers that poured all of their efforts into making sure Rio Rancho was in the national spotlight, and we came away really looking amazing. I don't think we could have done a better job.
No.
And so,
pro job, in and out.
Yeah.
POTUS was here, gone.
Right.
In
Well,
and out.
I'll tell you what. I was looking at City Center from my office window the day before the event, and I was just thinking to myself, what is this going to look like 2 days from now? And what I want it to look like is exactly the way it looks right now. 2 days from now, I want it to look exactly the way it does now. Pristine, clean, great City Center.
Right. And
sure enough, when I went to work yesterday morning, went up into my office, looked out, and I said, wow, it looks amazing. And I also have to say, for the event goers, they were very respectful to the city properties because we didn't have to clean up a lot of trash.
Oh,
That's
wow.
great.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
I heard some concerns that, there weren't enough trash cans, but you have to understand, in an event like that, you can't just put trash cans everywhere. The Secret
security
Service
issues.
has to approve every trash can. So
they have to approve every rock.
Yes.
Is in the parking lot, right?
Absolutely. they
They come and sweep it with a metal detector the whole thing.
you're not lying, Luis, because we literally had to remove some rocks.
Yeah.
We did. That was part of the preparation. They went around the Star Center and they said, we want this pile of rocks gone. We want this gone. We want that gone.
Yeah.
We want this
Isn't
out
that
of here.
something?
We want that out of there.
Ingress, egress, and safety in case someone
Yes.
does something crazy. Yeah.
So it was pretty amazing the way that they come in and orchestrate. But the Secret Service says, look, if there's a trash can, a mailbox, or any type of container anywhere in the area, it's got to be inspected. And then if it's going to stay, it has to be constantly guarded.
Right.
So you can't leave it unattended. So, yeah, I did hear that people felt like there should have been more trash cans. But for the most part, it was an amazing job. And we had a big roll-off dumpster there so people could empty trash cans as quickly as, as they were
Nice.
filling up. So we had, and then we had an excessive amount of porta restrooms to make sure people were comfortable. But the venue itself of the Star Center, it's just a very, it's very logistically challenging because really there are only two ways in,
Right.
Unser and PDV.
Right.
And then you have three entrances off of those
Paseo
roads.
de Volcan.
Right, Paseo de Volcan, yes. And so once you have to figure all that out. Another amazing orchestration is that we were prepared for massive traffic snarls at 6 a.m. In the morning when we opened the facility. That was another precaution that we took so that we didn't create a lot of extra work, is that we decided not to allow any overnight parking or overnight camping anywhere out there. That we were going to open the parking lot at 6 a.m. because on the day of the event, as opposed to letting people stack up there for days.
Right.
So that was a precaution that we took, and it paid off. But we did prepare for traffic snarls, because what would have really set a very bad tone for the day is if people got up and they were trying to get to work and couldn't get to work because traffic was so backed up. It would have really kind of set a negative tone for
Sure.
the day, actually. So what we were really preparing for was that whatever we do, when we open that parking lot at 6 a.m., we got to move those cars in there fast and get them parked fast and get them in there. So we had professional parking teams that were out there ready to go. We had volunteers all over the place, and we were rolling people in. They were inspecting cars, and we were just keeping things moving. So I got up, went to work at
3 a.m.
Well, no. Actually, I stayed away from the site so that I didn't create more problems, because
Sure.
me being on the site can create more problems,
Sure.
because then they start to worry about, well, the mayor's here, so now we got to stop and take care of that guy. So you stay out of the way.
I thought they were, the mayor's here. Now we have to act right.
Well, yeah, no, he's just one more thing we have to protect or
Gotcha.
deal with. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
So the long and short of it is I didn't go until 11 when we were doing a full security briefing with all of the different agencies that were involved, and we put out a press release yesterday that identified all the different agencies.
Okay.
But there had to be there were just dozens upon dozens of law enforcement officers in City Hall at the time when we did this briefing. It was absolutely incredible, and I got to go in there and thank them all for their hard work and their dedication, and to ask them to please just take really good care of my city, and they did.
That's awesome.
They took really good care of the city, and look, we established right up front that we were going to keep this event very, very professional, very straightforward. So we went into this with a zero tolerance policy. There wasn't going to be any acts of aggression. You were going to be escorted off, and if that escalated, you would be arrested. And we did end up having 3 arrests. Not
a bad ratio for the attendance.
No, three arrests for the entire event. We did have a few people escorted off that we didn't have to arrest. Just took them, got them off the property. But for the most part, Rio Rancho did an amazing job hosting a president. We prepared for the worst, but we got the best result. And I think it's because we prepared for the worst that people knew that we were prepared for the worst, and we were going to win, and we were going to protect the city and the citizens no matter what, along with the president.
Awesome. It's a little bit of a different time now, so it's on the forefront of everybody's mind. Safety.
Yes, safety is
Large
number one.
events.
I think, and that's where I got to say, hats off to you and everybody that was involved in this. Is, for me, that was one of my biggest concerns. Not only for all the attendees, but for the entire state, was that we were going to have those types of challenges, and it was very refreshing to know that
no issues.
There were no issues at all whatsoever.
It was a smooth event, and that's the thing. My number one priority and goal that we could deem that the event, from a logistical perspective, I'm not speaking about the actual event itself, but from the logistical perspective, the number one goal that would have made it a complete success is that everybody went home and nobody got hurt.
Right.
And that's exactly what we did. And so, and that's on either side of the spectrum. We didn't want anybody getting hurt. And so, and so I think, it was a tremendous success from a logistical preparation standpoint of what needed to happen when the president comes to town.
Right. Outstanding job. So
super amazing. 1 week notice. I mean,
yeah, really 1 week notice. I'm gonna do this. I'm fist pump you.
Yeah.
So
mobilize.
Let me ask you this:
week.
What was your favorite moment during this entire process?
When the chief of police texted me and said all of our guys are home. I mean, really.
That's great.
Because I told him I wasn't going to sleep until I knew all of our motor cops were back in the house.
Right.
And he texted me and said, "Oh, everybody's home safe." And I said that was my favorite moment.
Awesome.
Look, now let's step back from that. My next favorite experience to that was I met the President of the United States on the tarmac at the steps of Air Force One.
Right.
Nice.
That was an incredible experience, and I'll never forget that. And not many people in their lifetime ever get to experience that.
Right.
And that's something that, like I said, I'll never forget it. And it was absolutely amazing. It was an extreme honor to be in a presidential motorcade and to be there to greet the president coming off of Air Force One.
Did you guys roll up the windows and sing karaoke in the motorcade?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
I got one.
What's that?
So what's that like that morning when you know you're going to go to that event? How do you pick a tie for that? Look at Luis. His mind just went boom.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And so, in honor of Michael Gonzalez's red velvet coat,
Yes, look at that. I love that
DGR's
coat.
coming up.
I found a red flower in my car.
Distinguished-
I said I better bring that so I can wear it.
That's lovely.
It actually is my daughter's hair tie.
It's fabulous.
You could clip
There.
it. You could clip it right
Let's-
here.
let's-
So that's good too.
Let's talk about the Blazers. So, the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is a global men's awareness benefit.
Wow.
It's a motorcycle ride focused on being dapper and utilizing vintage motorcycles. It's a global event.
Oh, wow.
There's, I think there's 83,000 riders registered as of yesterday. And
That's
I
huge.
participated in this last year. And this year, Mayor, it's going to make its way through Rio Rancho.
I know.
So we have to talk to you about.
I've been
You've
I've
been following
seeing that. I've been following that.
So Triumph Albuquerque is the local, because globally Triumph, the manufacturer, is the supporting manufacturer sponsor. And we saw Scott Cloninger this morning. And we're going to have Triumph Week here at the cafe. We're going to bring in some motorcycles, put display leading up to that. But it's on the 29th.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, it's a good cause. You don't have to ride a motorcycle. You can sponsor your favorite rider. Hint, hint.
I thought you were going to say you don't have to ride a motorcycle, but you have to be a distinguished gentleman, a dapper.
There is a dress code.
And Mayor Hall is dapper. I got to tell you,
There is a dress code.
out of all the mayors that I know around the entire state and beyond, you're probably one of the best dressed.
Wow, that's coming from Fashion Luis. That's
Thank
amazing.
You. Thank you.
So let's get back
you.
to Gonzo's original question. How do you
you
select
tie?
a tie?
Very very carefully.
Nah,
Very carefully.
that one's got a stain on it, but I really like this one, but it doesn't match.
Okay, so here's the thing: is you're getting ready, you're getting up, you're getting prepared for the day. You pull out your best suit, and you pick your tie, and
doesn't fit. No.
And I'm walking out to get in my car because I'm ready to go, and I accidentally brush up against my wife's car and get my pant leg dirty,
man.
and actually put a tiny little snag in my pants.
Oh, geez.
See, I got to go. The president's waiting.
And you're like, back in the house.
Oh, wow.
this isn't gonna work. So you
Forget the belt.
You
I do that.
everything.
You get somewhere and you're like, there's no belt. What happened to my belt?
Anything that can go wrong, for your personal preparation, typically something's got to give.
That's the
so.
fun, like touchy-feely reality.
Well,
Right.
I think
Being involved with large events that you don't
Right.
ever think about.
Yeah,
I love
not
to, I love
at
to
all.
ask questions like that.
No,
because
very good question.
That's
right?
a morning, right? You're
Right.
like, what tie do I wear?
Right.
Well, no, and just like the Secret Service, right? Everything has a magnifying glass on it, right?
Right.
Like everything does, right?
Yep.
Oh, did I brush my teeth right?
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
and that's
poppy
but-
seed there.
But that's another thing with the Secret Service and other things, in some of the preparation, so that you can identify them and you know who they are in the crowd. They actually send forward a list that says this is the dress of the day.
Like
So,
a code, so
yeah,
that they know.
yeah, so we know-
everybody's on one team.
So everybody knows what we're doing and who people are.
and they rotate that.
and they rotate
give
that
it out
out
at last minute.
The dress of the day is this. The dress of the day is this. So on and so forth. So it's very interesting. Some of
Wow.
the processes that they go through. It's all very
to keep everybody safe.
It's all very technical.
I got to say, I have a fascination with the Secret Service, the military, when it comes to these types of things, and I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall at the command center, really, just to see how they flow, how they operate, right, how they make magical moments.
It's orchestrated very carefully.
With
It is-
today's technology,
Yeah.
I think it would be totally possible for them to have eyes on the president at all time via satellite.
Oh,
well,
absolutely.
they do, and even the motorcade was escorted by a helicopter.
Yeah.
So that's
We
you've
saw
got the
those.
overhead, and then
That's when you know it's coming.
but not just the Secret Service, but the local law enforcement. If you wanted to see, now they have
The
Secret
DOT
Service
cameras, everything.
Oh, everything is
Yeah.
everything is locked together for this event,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's talking. All the radios are synchronized.
Intersection
Everything's ready
cameras.
to go.
Yep, you name it.
Everything's ready to go, so that they keep an eye on it, on everything at all time. There was. I'm not sure how many hundreds of officers. It was, I think, close to 300 officers that were
Yeah,
on the
that's
ground.
what I heard.
In the area, and in the crowd. I didn't even know who some of the people were, but a huge undercover presence that was
Sure,
working
sure.
working both crowds.
Just like the airline industry now.
You've got everything was extremely orchestrated. I was just absolutely impressed. I'll tell you what, the law enforcement folks here in New Mexico know how to handle the president. They know how to handle that.
Awesome.
And they did an amazing job. And I just can't say thank you enough.
The package has been
for making
delivered.
Rio Rancho. Yes, for making Rio Rancho just look absolutely amazing on a national stage. You couldn't have asked for better.
I'm going
great.
to make a statement here, okay? Don't shame me for it, but thank you for practicing for when I become president.
Hey,
Okay.
there you
yes.
go.
There you go. There
You got to have a goal, right? You got to have a goal.
We got to have goals in life. Somebody asked me
Right.
yesterday if I had goals. There you go. That is it.
You wanna be-
I do not aspire to be
I be-
president of the United States. I don't even aspire to be
Can
a
I be
mayor
your
of a city.
Can I be your Veep? Come on. Now.
Your Veep.
I
Yeah.
think it would be the other way around, right?
No.
Speaking of,
Luis would make a great president.
we've got to talk about economic development opportunities here within the city proper, right? We'll talk about those things offline there, and I know you've got.
We have a lot of things to do.
We do have a lot of things to do, but
as usual, we'd love to have the mayor back periodically to give us updates about
Absolutely.
Rio Rancho.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time. He moved a meeting to be here today.
And I will say this from an economic development standpoint.
Yes.
Is that after when a president comes to town, obviously we had a lot of people that came into the community. So we had hotels that were
Booked, yeah.
booked up, and then we had
Restaurants,
that were
gas
full,
stations,
gas
convenience
stations,
stores,
all of that stuff was
grocery
being
stores.
used. So there is a community benefit, and now we can actually parlay this visit. If we can parlay this visit into some national attention,
Sure.
where companies will start to look at us
The
and
city's
say,
capable of hosting
who's
this. Yeah.
who's that city
That
that
did
just
that.
did that
In
right?
one
Okay?
week. In one
right?
Yeah.
Right, in 1 week.
In 1 week.
Because if we move our company there, that's the kind of safety we want for our employees. That's
Sure.
the kind of safe city that we want.
Sure.
As we all know, Rio Rancho has always been a great safe city. We're the number one safest city with a population over 20,000 people in
Wow.
the state.
Nice.
The safest large city, I guess we'd call it.
There you go.
I mean, there's I think Corrales currently holds the title of safest village.
That's because the entire city's 35 miles an hour.
Right, exactly.
I'm just kidding.
So
I don't know. It may be.
So who knows? Who knows? But but when you talk about a large city, especially in proximity to a large metroplex, keeping the safety records that we have is absolutely impressive. Once again, a testament to our law enforcement.
Absolutely.
But from a national stage, I guarantee you, we were probably the most Googled place last week.
Right.
Why is the president coming to Rio Rancho? What is this place? Who are these people?
Where is Rio Rancho?
Where is Rio Rancho?
They were going back to Glengarry Glen Ross.
Right.
Leeds.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Amber doesn't know what those are.
Possibly.
Well, then they just know that there's some land out here. That's all. Hey, we can get some land, right?
We get some land.
They figured out Logan was filmed here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine. Come on.
Like they say,
That's big.
they like to say, coffee's for closers, buddy.
Oh,
Hey,
nice. Good tie-in, Mr. Mayor. Mayor gets an A+ for that tie-in. We love a coffee pun.
Yes, we love-
absolutely.
Coffee is for closers.
I always kid. Yeah,
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. I always like to tie Rio Rancho to 2 movies from the past. I joke around a little bit, but it's Glengarry, Glen Ross, and on the comical side, it's My Blue Heaven. So
There you go.
There you go.
little witness protection plan,
Wonderful.
right?
Wonderful.
How about Little Miss Sunshine?
Yeah, that's there you go.
That's one of those different movies. We'll call it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But no, we have a great city, and I want to thank all of the citizens before I take off here. And I know you guys need to get on with economic development, but I want to thank all the citizens of Rio Rancho that really worked to help us get this done. All the volunteers, the patience from everybody that it took to allow for us to get through this. I know that when you shut down roads and you've got things happening, it can be frustrating, especially when there's traffic. But everybody was very patient. Everybody was very kind.
A lot of excitement.
And a lot of excitement around it. So I just want to say kudos to all of the agencies involved, and kudos to my city, Rio Rancho,
Heck yeah.
for just doing a 100% professional bang-up job on hosting the President of the United States.
Huge.
So appreciate it.
Huge event. Good job.
Hey,
Good job well
hey,
done, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Michael. Appreciate it.
And I got to say kudos to the leader
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
that brings it all together.
Thank you.
And
The
that is
can-do-
you.
the
Takes a
can-do
great
mayor.
leader to make great things happen. So
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Mr.
For
Mayor,
being a
for your
strong leader.
support.
Appreciate that. All right, who you got up next?
Absolutely.
Crystal's up next.
Crystal's
coming
coming
in.
up.
Crystal helped us with one of our great our big trash cleanup last week.
She sure did.
And we don't have all the numbers yet, but maybe that's the next show. I'll come on. We'll talk about that trash
Absolutely.
cleanup.
Crystal
talk
Shaw.
about not illegally dumping out in the mesa out
Mesa.
Because
there.
the president doesn't like that.
I think my preliminary numbers say we cleaned up probably close to 100 tons of trash.
Yeah,
just
tons of it.
on Saturday in 4 hours.
I have to tell you, right? So I brought my daughter up for dance on Saturday, and I was completely floored that everywhere I went on Saturday here in Rio Rancho for that 4 hours, I saw people
Activity.
with trash bags.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was-
Everywhere. I'm like, holy smokes, what's going on?
we
out
had
there?
well over 3.
Is Jesus coming?
Yes.
No, it was the president.
Well, that was a coincidental lineup.
Yeah.
Perfect.
It was a
Quick, clean up.
coincidental
Here comes
lineup.
POTUS.
So right. Because I'm pretty sure the president wasn't going to be touring our open space areas west of the city.
Right.
So,
Little Rio Puerco.
yeah. So, his route was pretty confined.
Sure.
So, but no, we that was the annual Toss No Moss Day, and I
Sure.
started my first annual Rally in the Desert. And we're going to do this every year, where we get as many people to come together with their pickup trucks, their shovels, their rakes, and we're going to put dumpsters all over the city, and we're just going to clean up our town and get these illegal dump sites cleaned up, because they are very frustrating, they're very dangerous, and they have a tremendously negative impact on the environment.
Huge.
So we want to take care of our city, and we want to keep Rio Rancho and all of our open spaces beautiful. And
Absolutely.
I need to say thank you too. If anybody was out on that trash cleanup, thank you for the effort that you put in on Saturday.
absolutely.
Huge. Huge.
For helping us get all this garbage picked up, it was fantastic. So all right, I'm gonna let Crystal.
Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Mayor.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, Mayor, thank you again for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Big hand for the
and
mayor.
if you
Big
guys
hand
want to
for-
get in contact with the mayor, you can certainly find him all the way over there.
At the city website. Highly accessible, Facebook, you name it.
There you go.
Let's bring
Absolutely.
in Crystal Shaw from Grit and Grace Salon.
Crystal Shaw. Crystal Shaw.
Personal friend of the mayor, apparently.
Personal friend of the mayor. I didn't know you had it like that.
What's the unique opportunity or what's the chances of us having the mayor on and then about to introduce our next business representative for economic development, and the mayor mentions that she was recently participating in a community volunteer situation. How awesome is that?
That is
to
way
recognize
awesome.
her by name and face.
Yes.
That's
I'm
awesome.
going to ask her if she could kindly scoot up.
Yeah, come on in. Come on in.
Scoot on up and in.
Luis
and
calls it eating the mic. So you got to get your face.
You got to eat the microphone, but just get it right there at the bottom of your lip there.
Look at those great Dia de los Muertos
Beautiful.
earrings. Look at those.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, okay, drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, boys and girls,
Abuelitas.
bike riders and pedestrians.
Yeah. Dogs, cats, and fishes.
Hey, that's a new
And
one.
horses. Dogs, cats, fishes, and horses.
Okay, with the proper introduction,
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Crystal Lady Six Shaw from Grit and Grace Salon.
there you are. So, Grit and Grace Salon. I have to know the story behind the name first and foremost.
Okay, so
Oh, my gosh.
okay, so
Oh my gosh.
Michael knows this. I'm a jeeper. I'm an off-roader. I like to go.
She
play
does a
in the
lot of
Jeep.
stuff.
Okay.
A lot of stuff. I like to get dirty. That's just it. So that's the grit part of it.
Okay, I can
the-
get that.
In a fun, positive way.
Yes, in a very fun, positive.
Remember to eat the mic. Eat the mic. Yeah.
So the grace part would be, of course, my line of work, which is going to be, a stylist. I make people look pretty. I make, everyone look nice. So it takes my, my
balance.
fun. Yeah, it's a balance in life.
Gotcha.
It's my grit,
Okay.
Fashion
my grit in
forward.
life. Yep, and my grace in life. So it puts them both together.
I love it. I love it. So, are you responsible for making him a pretty boy?
No.
I'm
No.
not at that level yet.
No.
I do seek professional help often with different things. You have to.
we all need professional help. Though.
You have to. You have to book out with her. She's busy. You have to book in advance.
Book in
very
advance.
much
How,
She has quite a portfolio of clientele, and she meets clientele here. She does amazing work.
Okay. So,
you.
how
Yeah,
far out are
you
you
do.
booked?
It depends
On what it
it can
is.
be. It
I
depends
don't-
on what it is.
I stopped wearing those a long time ago. Depends.
Oh well. You never know.
We're not going to bring them back either.
Yeah, come back to her.
So maybe a week, 2, 3, sometimes a month.
It really depends on what it is, because at the salon I do everything.
Gotcha.
I do everything from hair to makeup applications, updos, eyelash
Colors. You
extensions.
should see the color stuff she posts
Colors,
pictures
yeah.
of. It's
Yeah.
wild. Very
So-
contemporary. Awesome. So fun.
We had Eddie the barber from next door on, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
asked Eddie the barber, "How could you make me more handsome than I already am?" So I'm going to ask you the same question.
Eddie
Did he
struggled.
laugh?
Yeah,
Eddie,
he
Eddie
did.
struggled with that.
He laughed. He laughed just like you did.
Okay, gotcha. It's a normal response then.
Yeah, it is. The other one that I do all the time is when we're out and about and it's time to pay, I always ask for the good-looking guy discount.
There you go.
And you know what I get?
Double charged. Double charged.
I get the laugh.
Yeah, that's great.
And then they say, "We don't have that."
Oh, well, then just go ahead and give me
So
that senior.
do you hook men up?
Well, I've done men's cuts forever.
Yeah?
I love doing men's cuts. The salon that I managed before, I didn't. That's all I really ever did.
Gotcha.
This area, I don't do as many. I focus more on ladies. Like I said, I'm kind of universal over at the salon, and my business name is Grit and Grace Salon, but I run myself out of Salon Deluxe, which is actually how I know the mayor, because he's very close with Janice and George, the owners. So
Fantastic.
I get out and I try to help, with publicity for myself and for them as well, because I'm inside their salon, so it kind of helps.
Because you are who you are.
Yeah,
No, I
absolutely.
can see. I get the vibe from you that you are exploding with good things inside of you.
I try.
Yeah.
I try.
I get
She
that.
does-
I get
she
that
does
vibe
some-
from you.
She does some stuff.
Amber, do you get that vibe?
Lots of stuff.
You get that
Yeah.
vibe, don't you? Oh, okay. So Amber, our producer, has hair questions for you.
Yeah.
So I might get the boot. I might get bumped from my seat. Maybe a potty break. Who knows?
Coffee refill.
A coffee
Coffee
refill, and we'll put Amber in the seat so she can ask you all her hair questions, and we can certainly do that.
I am
right?
so excited about this.
Aren't you?
Oh,
come
man.
on!
I want to
Gonzo.
know what
Hair
Amber
Q&A.
has in her mind. I want to know what Amber is aspiring to do with her hair.
Well, we're going to get to Amber's hair questions here, but more importantly, we're going to talk a little bit about economic development and what the city has planned this Saturday And you are participating in the event, correct?
Oh yeah. I'm going to be there all day. It's going to be a very, very, very long day. But
Tell us all about it.
Well, this is the Rio Rancho Shop and Stroll.
Oh yeah,
and
that's Southern.
so
Yeah, that's great.
yes, and we have 1933 Brewing Company, Turtle Mountain, and Brew Lab 101 that are all going to participate. So we actually have 3 different locations where we are going to, to have a lot of fun.
Kind of like check-in spots.
Yeah.
Okay.
Check-in
Because it's
spots,
kind of
yeah.
a stroll,
Yeah,
right?
we
It's
want
a big plaza.
We want people
Yeah.
to
A shop and stroll.
Yeah, shop and stroll.
Yeah.
pony up and down the road there, please.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, so what actually makes our little area unique, because Salon Deluxe is right next to Brew Lab 101. It's a new business.
Okay.
We are doing something a little bit different. We all have tickets. So if you go in to Joe's Pasta House,
Okay.
EA Cleaners,
Okay.
Salon Deluxe,
What about the pho bar?
I don't think they're participating.
Not this one. Okay,
No,
sorry.
I
Sorry.
don't think so. But
Sorry.
Rob's Family Barbershop,
Cool.
Brew Lab 101, and I'm not
So
sure.
most of the ones that are
Yeah,
there.
most
Yeah, that's
of-
awesome.
Oh, and Elevate, of course. They're
Cool.
the
How about
biggest
Oasis?
ones.
They doing it too?
I don't think so.
Sorry, I keep mentioning the wrong ones.
I know. But they have micheladas, right?
They're in the same location, but
They're in the
that's
same
fine. They'll be
location,
open.
yes.
They'll be
Hey,
open.
you know what? As a proud parent of a 5-year-old, all I'm concerned with is Elevate.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And maybe
boing,
Joe's
boing.
Pasta's house,
Yeah.
right?
If they like
Spaghetti and
yeah.
meatballs.
Spaghetti and meatballs,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
go jump it out.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
As long as they don't jump it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go,
okay,
Go to
yes.
the jumpy thing
We
first.
definitely-
Louis.
yeah, let's- okay,
Come on,
let's-
new dad.
Let's
Jumpy
do
first,
that. Let's
then
do
messy
that.
food.
Shirley Chavez Sandoval is chiming in. She goes to the Salon Deluxe.
Lovely.
Landon there at the Salon Deluxe. So
Oh,
she's,
Landon.
yeah.
Yeah, she's my booth neighbor.
Your booth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it
that's
booth?
cute.
Booth or booth?
Booth.
I heard booth. I don't know about you guys out there, America. I heard booth.
She can be my booth neighbor, I
Yes,
guess.
booth.
I love her to death. So
That's a new thing.
Well, kind of like Gonzo and I. We were cellmates.
Yep.
Yeah,
That was before or after chicken farming?
that was before chicken farming.
Before chicken farming.
We were chicken farmers together once
Yep.
upon a time.
Yep.
Believe that or not,
Chicken
that is the God to honest truth. If you want details on what that really means,
I'm kind of intrigued.
ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
intrigued.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to have an alpaca farm one day.
Alpaca. That's right.
Okay.
Alpaca.
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 Is there an alpaca farm
Alpaca.
in the North Valley?
You know,
I think so.
Four Hills, behind Four Hills, up there by Mountain Air.
Yeah.
There's some activity with alpaca up there.
Huh.
Yeah.
Alpaca. So let's get back to the Rio Rancho Shop and Stroll.
Oh, okay. So
Now, in your particular
Portion of the
portion
plaza.
of the
Yes.
plaza, you're giving away tickets.
yes. So if you wander into any of those locations,
Wander.
those tickets
Okay.
too.
Gun show.
If you come in, we'll give you a ticket and we'll give you a ticket.
You're going to get a
Gotcha.
ticket, buddy.
Both
You're gonna
of
get a
them.
ticket.
Yeah.
Yes, not from the Popo either.
don't do that.
Yeah, you're not getting a ticket from the Popo.
Different
So-
ticket.
Different kind of ticket.
And what do the tickets do, Kristen?
Well, so we have
Raffle prizes?
raffle prizes. Yeah, a bunch of
Nice.
huge drawings. So what we're going to do at the very end is we're going to collect everybody's tickets from all the locations. We're going to pull them together, and we're gonna start drawing names for fun stuff.
Oh,
you
wow.
You might get
Fun.
lucky and get a facial from me.
Wow.
Hey,
Maybe not the hair, but she can fix all that.
I'm telling you. I mean, I don't know if you guys out there, if you guys out there viewing can see, and I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna take it to the bridge, right? Take it to the bridge. But look at that. Look at my skin. It needs help. It needs work.
You
right?
believe it or not, I actually have a couple of guys that come in for facials.
I believe it. You know what? Guys want to take care of their skin. They want
Well,
to take care of,
what
Brake cleaner, one cleaning product for the entire body after many years.
yeah, something.
Ajax works on everything.
That fun orange soap that gets all the grease off.
Oh yeah,
that's perfect.
See, she
Right,
works.
so
She works on her Jeep, so she
Yeah.
knows about all that stuff.
I have lots of help.
Here, let me do
Lots
your
of
hair, and then
help.
I'm going to change this tire.
That's where I thought
Grit
the
and
grit.
grace.
I
Grit
thought
and
that's
grace.
where the grit came from, right? Was from that orange cleaner, right? Because it's kind of gritty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She could probably give you a facial while she's in her Jeep.
Oh, well, how about a facial with the orange stuff while in the Jeep?
Yeah,
We can do
There you
that.
go.
We
All
can
right,
make
there
it
you go.
work.
Now you know.
Luis, that's just a regular weekend down at the
That
end of
is-
Southern. Come on, man. What are you doing?
You never know. Don't judge.
So what time is this event? What time does everything take place or happen?
We have it as 3 to 9.
Okay.
And the flyer actually says 3 to 9, but online the event says it starts at 4.
Okay.
So I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'll be there at 9 o'clock in the morning. So
Fashionably late.
fashionably early.
Yeah.
Very fashionably early. Oh yeah.
Nice.
But it's it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have live music. One of the locations is going to have a balloon glow.
Really?
I have no idea which one it is.
Probably
Sorry.
a parking location, I would.
Well, we have a huge parking lot, so
You do.
I'm saying if somebody wants to come and pop a balloon up and glow it, that would be great.
I think
That's fascinating.
I think I know some. Do you know somebody? Do you know anybody that has a balloon? Anybody? Yep. Amber knows everybody.
we know some pilots.
That's Amber's
we
job.
know some balloonist
Amber's
pilots.
job is to know everybody, and she does know everybody. And if she doesn't, everybody knows her. And sometimes there's more power in people knowing who you are as opposed to you knowing the people, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's kind of what this event is all about, right?
Right,
Is,
it really is. It's going to be a lot of fun. You get to meet your local businesses. You get to help support them. It's really wonderful. And that's what I love about our community here is that we can support each other.
Right.
We come here and we have, I'm in here supporting Michael nonstop.
Awesome. We love
I think
that.
I
Thank you.
single-handedly support you with my money. Sorry.
Awesome. Thanks.
Sorry for me.
yeah, she does.
Don't let any of our
What she's saying
hardcore
is-
customers hear that.
What she's saying is that she spends all of her hard-earned cash dollars right here.
You know what it is? It's the coffee. She
It
loves
is
the coffee,
yes.
and it's one
Yeah,
of those
we're
things.
always throwing memes at each other about coffee. So.
We're meme buddies.
Yeah, meme
is that
buddies.
is that what
Meme
you guys
buddies
meme,
online.
Meme buddies.
Meme
Yeah.
buddies, yeah.
Yeah.
So you said
Giggle, giggle.
entertainment. What type of entertainment? What kind of band are you
Well,
gonna have? Is it
we-
gonna be like a Zydeco band or? Kidding. I say that as I look at his red velvet jacket, and that's what comes to mind.
that's super fancy. Does
talked
it have
about
shoulder
that.
pads?
No, it might feel
Right? No. Well, no, you do.
Shoulder pads.
like a proper pad because it's dapper.
Yeah, I remember
Dapper.
those as a kid.
No, these aren't the 80s styles. I think I have one of those in the end of my closet. I
Oh,
could
I'm
bring
sure
that
I
out.
do, too.
Yeah.
Don't,
Hey, we
I-
should do an 80s dress day for the show.
for the 80s dress. Well, we can't do 80s music because the microphones fall down if we do 80s
Yeah,
music,
exactly.
right?
Exactly.
If we do 80s music, we get kicked off of Facebook Live. They kick us,
they don't-
kick us right off,
They,
and they're like,
say
Really?
you do not have the rights for that.
yes.
Oh, yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
they do that.
Well,
So the band, yes.
Yeah, so we're going to have, Brew Lab's going to have Battle of the Bands to benefit Karma.
Oh, cool.
Oktoberfest over at Turtle Mountain for St. Felix Pantry, and
Awesome.
1933 is First Responders Appreciation Event.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
So-
Who's the director over at St. Felix Pantry?
They just changed.
Did
I
they
just
just
saw
change?
a video of someone
Brand new.
saying they're exiting
Yes.
video and thank you, but I didn't gather from
Ah.
that story who the incoming is.
Where is he going?
Not sure.
Is he retiring?
Not sure. I don't know. It was something about moving on to something else. But
Oh,
the
okay.
sisters, the Felician sisters,
Yeah, yeah,
that's
yeah.
the order of nuns
Yes.
that organize and orchestrate that ministry. They would be a good resource to let us know who
Who?
would be the incoming.
Who?
Yeah. Yeah. Huge positive community resource there.
You know,
Feeding hungry families.
I went down and I took a look, and in fact, this was years ago when I was running the West Side Chamber.
West Side.
Yeah, the West Side. And we did a tour, and at the time they were in need of a refrigeration unit, and that actually helped us going in and doing the tour and seeing the need. Helped us spur a program called Chamber for Good.
Awesome.
And in that platform, we were able to connect local nonprofits with donors.
Nice.
Right? Instantly. And so when a need like hey,
Like that,
we've got
yeah.
a freezer full of food and we need to
We need a fix.
we need it fixed
A solution,
now.
yeah.
That call would go out immediately, and you as a constituent here in the community, you would sign up to receive those alerts. Pretty powerful program.
Good
there.
network.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's why I was asking about it, because they kind of helped us with the development of that platform there, right?
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So I think it's time. Are you guys ready? Dun dun dun.
It's time.
Dun dun dun. Amber's looking at it. She's like, "You guys have been on for almost an hour, and I still have lots of things to talk about
Regarding my hair.
The most important thing is my hair. So, whose seat do you want to take? Do you want to take my seat, or do you want to take Gonzo's seat over there on
Which
the end?
seat would you like? Are you lefty
entirely
or
up to
you
you.
righty? It's totally. I think you can do this seat because Luis has some questions that I know he wants to ask you about your hair. I can tell.
I have questions that I want to ask Amber about her hair.
Oh, it's beautiful hair.
Yes.
It's beautiful hair. I love it.
My hair or Amber's hair?
Her hair.
Oh, okay. Amber's
You
hair.
kind of have
Let's,
a lack of hair.
let's take a look at Amber's hair. I'm going to ask Amber if she would kindly scoot up as much as she
I
can.
know, but I'm just sitting down.
Oh, okay.
Quit telling me what to do.
Pushy. That is pushy.
Yes, very pushy. Pushy Lou, pushy Lou.
I know.
A little bit more. A little bit more.
I can't. Me?
Yeah.
I'm right here.
It's,
you're
it's
so-
more difficult in the middle
You were
because
so
you have to
tiny.
move
Okay.
your head back and forth and you
I-
smack your
I'm
nose
gonna
on the
go-
mic.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I'm going to adjust. I'm going to adjust the camera.
That was his job since he got up. What am I doing? I'm going to ask.
Oh, we're asking.
Because I
Oh,
want my
that's
hair
beautiful,
like that.
yeah.
I know. Can you do that? Can
Oh,
you
yeah,
make my hair
absolutely.
look beautiful? I don't know if you guys can see this, but
Oh,
this
yeah,
is what
it's-
I want to do.
It's actually a pretty simple process, but yeah, absolutely.
How quickly can you get that done?
You come in, it'll be a couple hours.
So what is that? Is it just highlights? What is that called?
It's kind of more of an ombre.
Okay.
It
You guys
depends
see
on
that?
it depends on the style that I would use to put it in there, but an ombre.
Because I have no color. You're gonna judge me. She's
I don't
gonna judge
I
me.
don't judge anybody in this industry.
So I colored my own hair because I'm not as young as I once was. And I saw gray and I freaked out and I ran to the store and I grabbed a box and I said, cover this up right now.
Yeah.
Is that
Well, I mean,
going-
how much gray are we talking about?
Not a lot.
Like
a little,
one hair?
Well, a couple.
A couple of hairs, okay.
Not a lot. Well, I don't know. I'm looking.
I won't point them out for you. It's okay. No, when it comes to that kind of process, it'll take a couple of hours. There's different terms for it. It can be an ombre. It can be a I can't remember the other term at the moment, but I have certain techniques that I would use to make it happen.
You guys will see. I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, we'll take some before and after pictures.
Yeah, you guys
So-
will see.
That would look really good on you, though. It's very subtle. You don't have to worry about it looking too fake.
Like some turquoise highlights or something.
I mean, we can if you want,
Yeah, no,
but-
I don't want that.
Who doesn't want turquoise highlights? I mean, I would in life. I would aspire to have turquoise highlights. I mean, that is
I've been there.
turquoise is a great color.
It is a very
Isn't
beautiful
it?
color. Well, I've actually had my hair pretty much every color under the sun.
I can't do it.
Oh no, I love it. I've always had kind of a white blonde hair. This is the most natural I've ever been.
Yeah.
And before, when I had that white blonde hair, I would say, okay, you know what? I want red. So I would do red, let it fade, and okay, now I want purple. So I do
Right.
purple and then let it fade. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun, and it gives other people practice on my own head. And actually, my booth buddy Landon, she's the one that does my hair.
Your booth buddy.
My booth buddy.
Booth
Yeah.
buddy.
Her booth buddy.
Buddy.
Everybody needs a booth buddy in
I
life.
think so.
Yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Um,
She's a good booth buddy.
My wife is my booth buddy. At local restaurants around town.
Oh,
See,
that's good. That's good.
there you go.
She gets to steal all the food off your plate.
Yeah, absolutely. But we don't tell Coach about that, right?
Coach is watching.
Coach, I hope you're not watching, but no, just okay. We see Isaac Villardo right up the street here, King of Kings Nutrition, Superior Nutrition, and part of his plan is does not involve restaurants
Yeah.
at all,
No.
ever.
That shouldn't be in my
Ever.
diet either, but
Yeah.
it is. Might have to have a talk
Ever.
with him.
He's tough. He will, and he makes sure that you stick to it 100%.
Well,
Okay.
and I have an issue with Hashimoto's. I was diagnosed like 8 years ago with it, so I struggle with. Well, I like food too, so.
Who doesn't like food though? I mean,
Right.
I mean,
Gosh.
I come here on Fridays for tacos and cars. 'cause
Do you
I love
really?
Oh yeah.
how is that? I have not been to a tacos and cars event here.
Me
Really?
either.
Oh,
I
no,
haven't
you guys-
either.
No,
Yeah.
you guys should. It's a lot of
Yeah.
fun. Well, we'll get quite a few Jeeps out there, and then I mean, there's a guy that runs around with a Tesla, which is super fancy.
Ooh, I know that cat.
Do you? Yeah, it's a little.
There's
a
a lot
little
of
too
Teslas
fancy.
now.
There are,
yeah,
huh?
it's a
Yeah.
little too fancy for me because I like to, drive a Jeep and run over things. So It's
All right, so if you see her out and about, just know that if you
She may
if
run
you
you
get
over.
in her way, she's going to run you
it
over.
might happen.
And one of the
At least
one of
the
the
curb.
one of the things to keep that from happening is if they come and visit you and you give them turquoise hair.
Yeah. Well, if somebody wants to come in for turquoise hair, I love that.
Well,
I love doing
if,
fun colors.
if they have turquoise hair, you're going to be able to spot them out, and you're going to be like, "Oh, I better be nice to
Yeah.
you because you're actually one of my clients."
right.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's being proactive.
There you go.
Make your
my
appointment today.
clients know how I am, though.
So here's the takeaway, right? If you do not want to get run over in life, get your hair dyed turquoise. That's the takeaway for today. Is that fair enough?
I mean,
I
it's-
agree.
Yeah, that works.
I
At
agree.
least we can spot. I mean, but if you see my Jeep, you know that it's big.
Right.
And I have people cut me off all the time and run out in front of me. And it actually makes me angry because when you run out in front of a steel beast
Right.
that has body armor around the whole thing for my protection,
Yeah.
you're not protected.
Yeah.
So if I run into you, you're gonna get hurt. So one of the things that I hate about a lot of the traffic we have here is, it's
People do that. Yeah. Well,
it scares me.
all
so.
we can do is medicated magic and pray for them, right? Pray for those people that they will get
Absolutely.
some sense into their heads there. But
Well.
yes, I believe wholeheartedly in that. Right? I am one of those. I'm an aggressive driver too.
I'm from California,
Yeah.
so there's some underlying aggressive driving in there somewhere.
And I attribute that to setting goals in life, right? And I drive like I'm in pursuit of my goals. That's the, yeah, okay. That's not okay. I try to put a good spin on it, but yeah, no matter how you
Well,
look at it, it's
when
not.
when you like speed,
Right.
you drive something that slows you down, and I know quite a few people that are like that.
Is
so,
that yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that does happen, but
I grew up and my dad had a '67 Mustang Fastback.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an amazing car, and nothing that's made today can ever beat anything
No,
that's
no.
classic like that.
No, not at all. That's part of the reason why I've never opted in for a motorcycle.
Oh no, I'm a motorcycle rider too.
Yeah,
I don't have one at the moment.
I can't because I know that once I build up capacity to go to superhuman speeds, that I'll want to operate in that mode day in and day out, and that's not safe.
That's not safe
No.
at
That's
all.
not safe. It's not safe at all.
No,
right?
but there's quite a few people that do it. They love it. So
Yeah,
that's
I'm
the
sure
whole-
they
I
do.
mean, talk to Michael. So
So we are going to talk about Saturday, September 21st. Saturday, September 21st.
yep.
2019, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. We're just gonna go ahead and submit to say it's gonna start at 3 p.m. and it's gonna go till midnight because that's how it happens here in Rio Rancho. Everybody loves to party hardy, party sick. Just
Well,
kidding.
and we have lots of breweries.
Lots of breweries.
Lots of
You
breweries.
know what? There are a ton of breweries. Here
love
in Rio
it.
Rancho. Yes,
I love
everybody loves
it.
it. In fact, Amber is doing a really good job of documenting all those breweries, and she's doing it by
I'm right there
virtue
with you.
of visiting each of those
I
breweries
mean-
and taking selfies at them.
Oh, there you go.
With all my
There you go.
friends.
I am a
With all my
terrible
friends.
selfie taker.
Are you?
Terrible. Oh
Okay.
yeah, I take pictures on my phone and then I forget to post them.
Well,
I was at the concert on Friday night and I still haven't posted pictures.
are you
from it.
serious?
Dead serious.
Put your left hand out with the right hand, smack the top of it.
I know. I'm terrible about that.
Yeah.
I
So-
really am.
So make sure that when you get some pictures this weekend that you post those up because we want to see the activity. We want to
Oh,
see
yeah.
the excitement. We want to see exactly what's happening. We want to see all the people participating in the Rio Rancho Shop and Stroll.
Yeah.
It is an event that is to drive traffic. And the reason that we're saying this, right, is because Southern Boulevard has been under construction
For a while.
for a while now. But I got to
few
tell you,
minutes.
right? Living in the land of the orange barrels, I was pretty impressed with the traffic flow during construction on Southern. It really wasn't as bad, or it still isn't as bad as other areas that I've seen.
That's
It
true.
flows pretty nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
flows.
Yeah. I had a condo up there that I was selling that I was having to go back and forth at all different hours.
Yeah.
And yeah, it never really. It didn't change up my
Yeah.
my
You didn't-
drive time too much.
You guys didn't feel like it was the end of the world.
Well, no.
Speaking of the end of the world, it is coming up on time for us to end the program. But before we do that, let's talk about economic development in relation to the housing market. Amber, Miss Amber,
I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for those of you guys that don't know, Amber not only is she doubles and triples as many different things to us here. One, she's my personal bestie, right? And there is a fight. There is a fight for that day oneer title between you and Lisa Casillas, right? Lisa's like, yeah, but I'll let you two battle that out there. So not only is she the best of friend that anybody could have, she's also the producer of this show, but she's also a world-class realtor that knows the ins and outs of the real estate business, and she is adamant about making any transaction that you operate or run through her as seamless as possible.
I try. I really, really try. I've made a lot of friends within the entire industry, and I stay on top of them. They know that. So it definitely makes things flow pretty smoothly for my clients, whether they're either selling or buying. But so to kind of give you guys an idea, I actually ran some numbers.
Get this. She knows the numbers.
I know the numbers. Check me out. Because I don't usually look at exactly how many. However, I did look at the numbers for Rio Rancho. There right now are only 359 houses that are for sale as of about 4 o'clock yesterday.
Holy smokes. Wow. That's not a lot.
So that's condos, detached homes, anything. In all of Rio Rancho, only 359.
Now, when we're talking about the Glengarry, Glen Ross leads, now, do you know what those are, Amber? Are you familiar with the Glengarry, Glen Ross leads?
No.
You are not. So there was a movie way back when, this is way back when, where you get the term coffee is for closers.
Right. Coffee is for closers.
They were selling land in Rio Rancho.
Okay.
Those were the Glengarry, Glen Ross leads, right? So tell us about what type of land is available out here.
So we have right now listed 1,105 pieces of land.
1,105 pieces of land.
We have a lot more
Parcels.
land. We have more land than we do houses.
Gotcha.
But what's crazy is some of these, you got a little fraction of an acre, and then you can get up to 879 acres.
Holy smokes.
Do you have 2.5 million? You can
no,
come in.
like $2.5.
Who wants to buy that? Because
how many hairs do you have to cut to get to 2.5 million?
A lot.
Like, how many haircuts is that?
It's like,
you don't ask me math questions. I don't math. I did not.
Math,
I didn't
acquire
my mother's gift on that
one. Okay, I will not tell a soul.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. So we have a lot of land. I get a lot of calls for land. Some of it is just a piece of land in the middle of nowhere, nothing on it, and sometimes it's ready to build a house on.
Ready to roll. It's got all the
amenities.
All the amenities, right? It's been developed, right? Infrastructure is important, especially when you're looking at raw land and the proximity of those things that you'll need, like power,
water,
gas, sewer, water. Yes, very very important things. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But the moral of this entire story, is I need houses to sell. I need houses to sell because there's only 359. And last month, we sold 252.
Here in Rio Rancho?
Here in Rio Rancho.
Holy smokes.
252 closed. If there's only 359 total right now, last month we sold 252.
Right.
I mean, that's basically everything that's available. We've already closed 81 this month, and we're only halfway through the month.
Wow.
So
the housing market
call
is
me.
Yes. If you were in the mood, right, for a new house, and I got to tell you, right. So I told my 5-year-old daughter, right, she's been on her best behavior lately, right.
Yeah.
And I said, I thank you for being so kind and considerate and so thoughtful. I said, we got to come up with a really big surprise for you. And she was like, a new house?
A new house.
Boy, oh boy,
not
oh boy.
Even a pony, huh?
Yeah, no, a new house.
She wants a new house. I already know what she wants.
What does she want, Amber?
She wants a house with with stairs.
With stairs, yes.
And a pool.
Yes.
And a hot tub.
Yep.
And I told her, I can help you with that. So let's get on that.
Let's get on that.
I'm going to find that for you. And we're going to get you into it in 30 days.
In 30 days, yes. And it quite possibly could be here in Rio Rancho, but that's not going to happen unless you want a shiny brand new house. Now, are there companies that are developing housing sections, units out here?
So many. We've got Pulte, D.R. Horton, Hakes Brothers. I mean, everybody's building out here. Custom homes, that's where you can, buy the land. There's a lot of land. And then I know lots of builders that are just building brand new so you can custom design what you want. But I've been looking a lot at the Hakes Brothers houses.
Yeah.
I just sold one recently, and I'm kind of in love.
They are pretty nice houses.
They're beautiful.
Beautiful.
And very modern, and it's what I want.
Yes. I like that. So my question is in relation to that, right? Being that there are so many builders out here, is there a good and equal balance in terms of the number of jobs versus the number of rooftops up here? In terms of, talking about infrastructure and things like that, is there a good balance between commercial, industrial development in these areas as well?
I think it's getting better. Always we've got so much space available up here in Rio Rancho that I think we definitely need to bring in some more jobs. But Intel's expanding, and it just seems like there's more moving out this way. Up in Enchanted Hills area it's booming. So I'm working on actually some commercial stuff right now to bring some restaurants up that way. Hopefully, fingers crossed that he likes the location.
Cross your fingers, America.
I know, yeah. That'll be fun to announce if that one goes through.
Yeah.
Because I am starting to dabble a little bit back in commercial. Going to get there again. So yeah, I think that definitely you can get a lot more house for the money.
Yeah.
Up this way, and newer houses, which is nice. And as it keeps on going, then we're gonna, have more jobs this way, so you don't have to travel.
That's exactly the right mix.
You don't have to cross the river.
That is the right mix.
I don't have to do that anymore, and I love it.
I know.
I am a mile and a half away from my work.
Yeah.
That's it. No wear and tear on the Jeep, no wear and tear on me, no traffic.
Right.
The only traffic is Southern, and I don't even take Southern. I go around. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. It's an important thing, right? So, and I got to tell you, right, as a lifelong West Side-er, right, that has been one of the biggest points of contention, for the Southwest Mesa, for the Northwest Mesa, for Rio Rancho, is that we don't have very many arterials across the river. We don't. They're not building any more bridges anytime soon. And why in the heck are all the jobs on the other side of the river? Let's get some of those jobs over here.
Yeah.
Well, we have such potential off of King and all that kind of stuff over that way. There's so much room for activities over there.
I know. Yeah. I really wish that more would get developed out that way, because there's so many houses. And Northern Meadows is beautiful. I loved when I lived up there. The parks and the walking trails and everything is great. But it takes forever if you have to go get milk.
Yeah.
So.
Can't you just buy a cow? I mean,
you know what? I had cows.
Isn't it zoned? Isn't Northern Meadows zoned for livestock?
We had cows from the King Ranch that would come down and would moo in my backyard. It was great, and they'd just be eating grass on my front lawn.
How about that?
It was weird.
Yeah.
But
that's what I need, though. Is I need property. There's none of the tract housing stuff.
Yeah,
Lots
I can help you
property.
with that.
I know. When I'm ready, I definitely will talk to you about it.
You do my hair, I'll help you get a house.
Yes, absolutely. That's a fair trade right there.
All right. Well, I'm having microphone issues over here. I'm dancing with, this here. Hey, listen, folks, thank you guys for tuning in. I know that this show has gone a little bit over than what we normally do, but hey, it's always great when you can have the mayor of Rio Rancho come and share about his personal experience with hosting a sitting president, in here in his own backyard.
That's amazing.
And the things that he was able to participate in doing so, right?
That's so cool.
I think that's really cool that we have access to the mayor in that way, that he would be out here to come and share those stories with us. Also want to thank you. Now, really quickly, how can folks get a hold of you Where can they find you? Tell us, give us the dirt.
Well, I have a Facebook page called Grit and Grace Salon. You can also go to Salon Deluxe and their Facebook page. We're always active on there. You'll see stuff that I do, that the other stylists do as well.
Okay.
You can also call the salon. It's 505-896-0586 is the phone number for the salon. My business cards do have my personal cell phone number on it, but that's only for my reoccurring clients or people who are potential clients. So I'll just... If you want my cell phone number, you have to come get it.
Oh, it's not posted up in the bathroom?
Nope. Actually, it's posted on the wall right over there.
Oh, it is posted on the wall here inside
Yes,
Cafe Bell, just not in the bathroom.
Well, there's that.
Well,
it is on the wall though. So,
I'm going to be a little sneaky. I may take that card and get it.
No, absolutely. I threw a couple up there, and every time I come here, I stab a couple more to the wall.
Do you?
Oh yeah. I like to promote myself, and I know when I promote myself, it helps the salon itself too. And I work with such wonderful people. I cannot say enough about the people that I work with, the community that I'm with, the salon, our neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe's Pasta House is amazing. The cleaners are amazing. Elevate's amazing. We have such a nice little shopping center.
Right. No, it's beautiful. We're there visiting quite often.
And we have the biggest flag in Rio Rancho.
Right.
America.
Yeah.
Heck
The biggest flag in the entire in America. Yes. So
in Rio Rancho.
That flag has been there since back in the Furs days.
Well, they
Do you remember that?
Of course, I remember that.
Remember? You remember?
Yes. Who doesn't remember Furs?
Yeah. Yeah.
The grocery store.
Yeah.
I've not lived here that long.
Okay. Wow.
I have not.
Yeah.
I used to travel from Albuquerque to a grocery shop at that Furs.
At that Furs.
And I know
yeah.
at one point it was an Albertsons, and then they closed that down too.
Yeah.
So now it's
Yeah.
a trampoline park, which is great.
I know. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I've
Even better.
It's amazing in there. It is so cool. But yeah, if you guys any of your hair needs, nails, we've got amazing
Eyelashes.
nail techs, eyelashes, eyelash extensions, facials, all that kind of stuff. I
I
do
need
it all.
that too.
Oh, the facial, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have a Solitone machine.
Can you get rid of that?
It helps.
All
We
those?
use light therapy. Light therapy
yeah,
helps
yeah,
regenerate your skin
yeah,
cell
yeah.
growth.
See?
It's beautiful.
This is what happens when you let me sit here.
Okay. All right. Well,
So
you
I
know
already
what?
have her signed up for a facial and hair already.
There you go. I just want to know when you guys
And
are
we're
going to
going
go.
to color your hair turquoise.
Oh, my hair is going to be turquoise.
Yes.
Well, and I'll tell you that's very fitting, right? For those of you guys that don't know, I happen to be the owner operator of Go ABQ community marketing platform, and one of our primary colors is turquoise.
That's awesome.
So it makes sense.
So it makes absolute sense.
I think that I need to do this.
for me
Absolutely.
to dye my hair turquoise. I'm just not going to do it this weekend. Sadly, I'm not going to be able to participate in the Rio Rancho Shop and Stroll. I belong to a group on the Southwest Mesa called the West Central Community Development Group,
Right.
and we too are hosting an event
Nice.
on Saturday. It's a community engagement event just like yours. And so I'll be out, doing that one. So I'm
okay.
going to wish you the very, very, very best
Thank
of
you.
luck,
Thank you.
and I hope that you guys have great attendance for the event. And I am going to be looking for pictures on FaceSpace.
Oh yeah, face space, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of those. Well, we're all giving away well, not all of us. I'm not sure if all of us are, but I know a couple of us have little goodie bags we're giving away for people too. Some of
Yeah.
them might have samples or discounts or anything.
You know what?
I know for me personally,
Yeah.
if you come see me and book with me, then I will give you a discount once you book.
Get down. I'm
sweet.
curious. So is Joe's Pasta House participating in that? Because I like to get me a little
Yes.
snack bag of like meatballs or something, right?
I am not sure what Joe is doing with that. I can't speak for him. All I know is
Can you ask him for me?
Have
go spend the
meatballs.
money there anyway because his food is fabulous.
Can you ask?
That's
Coach,
why
just-
I'm chunky.
Just say, hey, Luis wants to know. And he can be like, who the hell's Luis? That doesn't matter.
That guy.
The guy. Luis
Okay.
wants to know if you're going to be
No.
handing out snack bags of meatballs. Well, and here's why, right? Getting my daughter some vocal lessons, right? And I told the instructor that we didn't have any cash and that I would totally pay her meatballs.
Because you're not going to eat those because Coach would be mad.
Oh.
Well, if they were actually turkey meatballs, right? Without any of the sauce, without any of the
or seasoning,
or anything like
That
that.
seems like a dis-
How
that-
would-
that's-
how would they
no,
stay together?
Turkey meatballs? Turkey meatballs. This is why I'm not sure he would like me. Turkey meatballs?
Turkey meatballs.
Actually,
you
no
know
way.
what?
Ground turkey is good.
You know what I'm having? What is on our
I'm
meal
a
plan?
red meat person to
No,
the
no.
very core.
We have red meat all the time. In fact, on our meal plan right now is 97% ground beef.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I'm
Yes.
okay. I'm okay with
And
that.
we are loving it.
I'm okay with that.
Yes, 97%
It's
ground
the
beef.
it's yeah, it's the other stuff you'd
Yeah.
yell at me for.
Yeah.
Like
Everything
salt.
Everything else. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't have salt.
No salt.
No salt.
No salt, no sweeteners.
That's right.
It's hard.
I don't do a lot of sugar. I'm a spicy person. I'm a very spicy person. I'm
I
like
can
a
tell by
green-
your earrings.
Yeah, very, very, very spicy.
Yeah.
So I actually don't eat a lot of sweets. I eat more, savory type
Yeah.
foods. And I love spicy foods. So New Mexico is perfect because we have the best green chili in the world.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love it.
Other states cannot compete.
we
try
won't,
to.
We won't get into that or this or that or this or that or this or that. But hey, my battery is running.
Yeah, we are completely
low.
out of time.
We're out of
I'm
time.
a horrible producer today.
Yes, very, very, very bad. So really quickly, Amber, if there are folks out there that want to get connected with you, want to learn more about economic development and the housing market here in Rio Rancho, how can they find you?
I am on Facebook, Amber Ortega. Find me everywhere. And you can call me, 550-9698. Email me, amberortega@gmail.com. Or Cafe Bella every other Wednesday.
Cafe Bella every other Wednesday. That's right. And very grateful to Michael
Yes.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
We call him Gonzo,
Gonzo, yeah.
right? He is the proud owner here at Cafe Bella and the host to Rio Rancho B2B, the network live stream show that
Yeah.
happens every other Wednesday right here in beautiful Rio Rancho. If you want to be on the show, just let myself know, let Amber know, or let
Yeah.
Michael know. We'll certainly get you on the show. We talk about anything and everything that pertains to business.
Yes. Yes.
Or
All right.
economic development or a presidential visit.
You
Go
never
figure.
know.
You never know, right?
Yeah.
But from myself, from Gonzo, yes, he's looking at me. He's like, dude, you've been on for like 2 hours, yo. You're using up all my electricity. Get off.
He's like, we're out of Wi-Fi. We're out of Wi-Fi.
We're out of Wi-Fi.
All right,
No
guys.
more. Okay,
We're
wait.
done. I'm cutting off.
Cutting
Wait,
it off.
wait.
No more.
What's the guy's name that has the burro with the coffee beans?
That's Juan Valdez.
Juan
Juan
Valdez.
Valdez.
He's the ambassador for Colombia.
The ambassador for Colombia.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Okay, well-
when I see Juan Valdez roll up with a fresh with a fresh sack of coffee beans, I'll stop broadcasting.
I'm just going to go and pull the plug.
Oh, okay.
You're done. You're cut
I'm
off.
done.
Done.
I didn't
Okay.
hear you.
That-
That means that the coffee was created by the Colombian government, and I'm not sure exactly how to take that or where to take that, but we're going to take it off air.
Yep, we're done.
The more you know.
We're done.
We'll see you guys soon.